Senior police officers say the mistaken removal of thousands of arrest records from a national database has compromised some investigations. A letter sent to forces by the National Police Chiefs Council and seen by the BBC says some of the cases involved people who'd been convicted of serious offences. It's also emerged that records have been wrongly deleted since November. Ministers say the problem can't recur, but the Shadow Home Secretary Nick Thomas-Symonds says public safety has been put at risk.
We will have people who will not be apprehended because they cannot be linked to the crime scene because of the lack of DNA evidence, the lack of fingerprint evidence. We will have vulnerable people who won't be safeguarded because that intelligence is not available.
Airport operators have warned the closure of travel corridors to the UK will deepen the crisis for the industry, despite assurances from the government that there will be extra support on offer. From Monday, travellers coming to the country will have to have had a negative COVID test and then self-isolate for 10 days to try to prevent the spread of new strains of coronavirus. France moves to a nationwide 6 p.m. curfew this evening because of high COVID infection figures. That's 2 hours earlier than previous restrictions. Hugh Schofield reports from Paris.
Since mid-December, there's been a nighttime curfew in France, replacing the general confinement that had been in place for 6 weeks before. The hope was that around now the curfew would begin to be lifted, but in the event it's the opposite that's happening. Because of persistently high infection rates, the curfew's already been brought forward from 8 p.m. to 6 in about a quarter of the country, broadly the east, and now that rule's to be made universal. It'll mean a lot of adjustment for people at the end of the working day, with school pickups and shopping having to be brought forward.
Joe Biden has given details of his plan to dramatically increase the number of Americans being immunised against COVID-19. The US president-elect, who takes office on Wednesday, said the priority was to inoculate everyone over 65. NASA is planning the final test of its mega rocket that it's hoped will send humans back to the moon. The Space Launch System, or SLS, will blast off from the Stennis Space Center in Mississippi tonight, making it the most powerful rocket ever flown to space. Ryan McKibben is NASA's test conductor coordinating the launch.
Here we're, doing a whole vehicle, a stage test versus a single engine test. That's definitely exciting. We kind of haven't done that since, I want to say it's been close to 40 years on site. I think it's at least 35 plus. It really is a unique opportunity to be able to kind of test drive the core stage for the first time.
Ryan McKibben from NASA.